Good evening and welcome back to Blobby Butler here on Twitch. We are live on F123 once again, and it's DRS eXtreme from Suzuka in Japan this evening. Short qualifying 18-minute session followed by the race, which is half distance, about 27 laps I think it is. And as always, bringing you all the action. The countdown is coming in to start the session. So here we go. Hopefully it doesn't kick me out. And we have rain. We have rain in Japan for qualifying. So this might be interesting. It's intermediate tyres as the default. Don't know if it's going to get better or worse. I don't get much of the info. Okay. We may also give you some TV pod view on boards during qualifying. We've been asked to do that, so we'll give that a go as well. Hopefully not too much fiddling about to ruin your viewing. We have almost a full grid. 18 drivers are here. Bunny's Vengeance is joining in a bit. Just one empty seat. And as always, we will go with whoever's out first, which looks like an AlphaTauri. And it is the man of the moment, Mansis, who has won quite a few races recently. Just have a little quick check of the notes. He has in fact won 4 in a row, Mansis, and he's after number 5 today. He'll be the first one to set a lap, and my betting is that he will be setting quite a good lap for those to follow. He's going to set a benchmark lap here. A few more out on the track. Looks like an Alfa Romeo and an Alpine in the background there. Don't want to hide things, that's okay. Okay. So we'll try this on board, shall we, when Mantis starts his flying lap. Then we'll try to use that in qualifying a little more for you. Here he comes. And it's the start of the lap then for Mantis. Two people with yellow flags in sector 3. I think that's just a bit of traffic. Mantis is invalidated on the first corner. So let's go to Brad Mason. As he is also, he's going to invalidate as well, surely. In fact, he hasn't invalidated, despite going much wider than Mantis. It's a bit strange, but I think he's easing out of it. Who else can we go and see? Maybe an Alpine. Who's flying? Let's see. Jens is on his way. Jens is on his way in the Williams. So we gave Mantis the big build up there, and he invalidated on the first corner. I'm sure he'll still be right up there today. Here comes Jens. Sector 2, 118.1. Little bit of a glitch. Hard on the brakes for the chicane. And up towards the line, Brad Mason sector 141 and Jens a 135.9. A very good lap for Jens. Kevin has invalidated. TMK has already gone over 135 and he's nowhere near the end yet. So we will stay out of his way. Fat lap sector 136.6. Here's UJ across the line, 136.8. Syme going for it down into sector 3. TMK to the 156. It's a 139 for Syme. Who else can we find? Here's Dangerous Dave coming across the line. 137.5 for Dangerous Dave into 4th place. Here's Anixia. I do think this onboarding does work quite well actually for the qualified. We'll stick to it for now. And Scornful Griffin, 136.4. He has gone into 2nd place. Mansis, there he is. 135.6 into pole. Brad Mason set a better lap now, 136.5. Jaden is also on the board, 136.7. Here's Inixia with 136.3 and into 4th place. Here's Kevin. He invalidated his previous attempt. Yellow flags flying all over the place at the moment. 119.4 through sector 2. And that's an Alpha Tauri that was off. I think that might have been TMK. That's Kevin going over in a 137.3. And we also saw an improvement there from Syme. Sloth has done a 138.3. Here's Ronnie, 136.9 for Ronnie into 12th. And now, of course, difficult to see who's on flyers and who's on their way back. Sloth has improved by almost a second. So we will stick with Sloth here. Taking almost a second out of his time through sector 1. Mansis improves again, 135.2 for Mansis. Let's see what Sloth's pace is like now as he comes to the end of sector 2. It's good, it's 1.3 seconds up on his time. He's going to put him up a couple of places. Here he comes up to the line, and Sloth does a 136.3. He's in fact got all the way up to 5th. Up to 3rd is Jaden with Swanton in 4th. Let's see Swanton through to the end of sector 1. See if he's up on his time. We will stick with Swanton here as he looks to break 136 and go into the top 3. Mantis a full half a second quicker than everybody else at the moment. Bunny's Vengeance has now joined, so he'll be able to get in his car. Everybody's been out and set a lap except for Ninjas and Joker. Ninjas is out on track at the moment. But we will go with Swanton here as he's into sector 3. Bit of crowd there on the chicane exit, and up towards the line comes Swanton, and that is a 1:35.5, and that is P2 for Swanton. Sloth is on an in lap. Here is Fat Lap starting another flyer. He is currently in 10th place. Good evening, Senna, in the chat. A great lap indeed from Swanton. Second only to Mantis, who's a winning machine at the moment in DRS eXtreme. He's going for his 5th in a row today. Swanton right up there. We are on board with Fatlep, who is currently 10th for Alpine. Getting through some traffic there. Hopefully didn't impede him. Ninjas has now set a lap of a 1:40.2. Let's see how Fatlep's doing through sector 2. He is 4/10 up, nearly half a second, which would be good to get him up about 4 or 5 places if he can hold that through the final chicane. Here he comes, up to the line, and it's a 1:36.1, and indeed he does climb to 5th. 5th place. Brad Mason 3/10 up through sector 1. Mantis on his way back out, perhaps not convinced that his time will hold now that Swanson has gone within 3/10. Perhaps the track drying, improving, and invalidated is Brad. So we go to UJ. Didn't see his time through sector 1, but we will see how he's doing when he gets to the end of sector 2. And that's too much card for UJ, and that's another invalid. Ronnie is 3/10 over through sector 1. Dangerous Dave there, ripping time off. 1.2 seconds off his time, and he's up to 7th with a 1:36.3. I think he might be on his way back to the pits. Enixia is a couple of tenths up through sector 1. We will go and see Mantis shortly. Let's stick with Enixia for now. Mantis is just up the road. Syme, pole, 1:35.1 for Syme. Out of nowhere, the Ferrari. Joker is up to 4th with a 1:35.6. What is Enixia going to do here? Mantis retakes pole. Enixia is 3rd, 1:35.5. And surely this indicates that the track is improving. The rain seems to have stopped. The track is improving. Is anybody going to gamble onto dry tyres before the end of this? Because Mantis on pole with a 1:34.5. Syme is second, 1:35.1. Wavy third, 1:35.4. And as we saw, Anixia, 1:35.5 is in fourth place. And indeed, we do have some drivers fitting dry tyres. Scornful Griffin, Ronnie and Ninjas. Here's UJ coming back into the pits. Jaden is a second over. Joker is going very slowly. Wavy is a couple of seconds over. So just a lull for a moment. Here's Bunny's Vengeance. Let's see how he does. Very interested to see how the drivers do on those soft tyres when they come out. It could just be the turnover point here. Track full of yellow flags at the moment. Bunnings has a nice clear run. I didn't see what he was doing through sector 1. So we will see as he comes to the end of sector 2 how he's getting on. He's way down the order of 1:38 at the moment. He's in 18th place. So I'd expect him to be ripping time off that, and he is 2.5 seconds. Which is still only going to put him in midfield unless he can pull something out here. Much more grip through the final sector now. And he is going to do a 1:35.7, which puts him in 7th place. Now here we go. Scornful is Dangerous Days well off there. Scornful is on an outlap. He's on dry tyres, as is Ninjas. Let's have a look. Sloth is 3 seconds over. Jaden then. Let's have a look. Mantis is out. Mantis is out. Now, I'm not sure he's sitting in the pits, so he obviously thinks he's done enough. And Mantis is out, so he's not going to improve. Let's see how Jaden's doing through sector 2 then. As he crosses the timing line. He's half a second up. But he's really slowed down. He was half a second up, but he's, for some reason, given up the ghost on this particular lap. And he's cruising. 35 seconds left. Those on outlaps have got to get a move on. Fatlet is one of those. There's a couple behind him. Scornful is going to make it. We've got 20 seconds left. Scornful does make it, and he's on soft tyres. So let's have a look at Scornful and see if he can do it. With Syme also out on track. The checker flag is out. So Syme has not managed to get round to start a lap on the softs. Neither has Nixia. Jens has gone up to second with a 1:34.8. We're going to keep the Scornful here and see how he gets on. Swanton's in the pits. Scornful is down on his time through the first sector. And in fact is possibly going to give it up. Indeed, he's giving it up, I think. He's getting out of the way. He is getting out of the way, so the soft tyre's not working then. Still a few drivers out on intermediates though, led by Dangerous Dave here. The top 6 will not improve, so is this an opportunity for the next few? Let's see. Brad Mason, it was certainly an opportunity for. 1:34.6, he's up to second. Dangerous Dave is well down on his time, so I'm going to leave him. UJ goes into the top 4. Let's see Bunnies. He's well down. Or is that a glitch? That's probably he maybe was off. Joker, no good either. Fatlep's got a chance here. Where's he going to go to? He's up to 5th. Fatlep up to 5th place. I think that's everybody. A Scornful backed out of his lap, as did Buddy's Vengeance. So it is Mantis on pole, seeking the 5 in a row. Brad Mason takes 2nd for Alfa Romeo. Then it's Jens in 3rd for Williams. UJ's Haas is 4th from Fatlep in 5th for Alpine. Syme is in 6th place from Ronnie's Williams in 7th. TMK a good showing in 8th from Wavy in 9th, and Enixia rounds off the top 10. Then it's Swanton, Joker, Bunny's Vengeance, Sloth, Jaden, Dangerous Days, Scornful Griffin, Kevin and Ninjas. So Bunnies and Scornful Griffin really having a bit of a struggle. We will, as always, have that 3-minute break, which I'm about to just time now, closer to a 5-minute break, as the session hasn't yet finished. For some reason now it has. So I will run through the grid on the formation lap if we get one. We will have a little break then, so drivers can get their setups and everything else ready, strategies and fuel loads, etc. And while we do that, I will bring you the standings. So here we are then, DRS eXtreme. As you would expect after winning so many in a row, Mantis leads. He is 40 points clear now of Wavy. It looks like dry weather. Wavy a further 14 ahead of Bunny's Vengeance. Then it's MK5 who misses out today. He's clear of Scornful Griffin, Syme and UJ and Dangerous Dave all tight, but it's becoming a bit of a 1-2-3. Mantis, Wavy and Bunny's Vengeance in this championship. Red Bull lead by 43 points from Ferrari in the Constructors. Ferrari 10 ahead of Aston Martin. Then McLaren, AlphaTauri and Alfa Romeo still in the hunt. The Pro-Am Syme has got a healthy lead now. 27-point lead over Swanton, with Enixia and Naben Holen level. We've not seen Naben Holen for a little while though. Then it's Joker, who's just 3 points behind those two. Then it's Smug, who's missing today, as is Slam Master J and Miller Vanilla. So a good opportunity for TMK, Sloth and Ronnie to pick some points up in the absence of their midfield rivals in the Pro-Am. "27 laps around Japan." We did have a glitch on Monday with the formation lap, so if it doesn't appear, then we'll do our best to bring you the tyre selections, etc. while the race starts. So apologies if that happens. We are, as usual, at the mercy of the game on that one. So I think Swanton is the one in charge today in terms of the lobby leader, so he will ready up, and then everybody else can once they see the 30-second timer. They are told not to ready up straight away, so everyone's got enough opportunity to pick their strategy and have a breather after a frantic qualifying session. 27 laps ahead of us around this famous old circuit. Memories of Senna and Prost taking each other out on the first corner. And let us know in the chat, do you think Marcis is on from pole for 5 in a row? Who's going to stop him? Of course, do give us a follow while you're here as well. If you enjoy the F1 content, we are live here Mondays and Thursdays, 8 PM on comms for DRS. This is the eXtreme version. And of course, my own races on Monday nights from 10. And Thursday nights from 10, so join me later on if you want to. Well, I'll be doing my best to not hit the walls in Jeddah in Prospect Tier 4, where I'm trying to keep a record of scoring points in every race I've been in this season. But it may be difficult because street tracks don't usually work well for me. Which brings me to next Monday, as Blobby and Baker's Monday nights go to Baku in Azerbaijan. Do go and give Baker a follow as well. Kick.com/BakerPlays with a Z at the end. He'll be doing a super stream on Saturday with a 26 race sprint cup. 5 laps round every circuit on the game, and that is Saturday night. So we just wait for the time to tick over. I think we're ready now. We will wait for Swanton. That's it, and we do have a formation lap, which helps me very much, because it gives me an opportunity to put the right things up. And here we go then. So Marcis leads away in this pursuit of 5 in a row, the championship leader. He is on medium tyres, as is Brad Mason in second place. Then it's soft tyres for row 2, Jens and UJ. Fatlep is also on soft tyres, with Syme on mediums in 6th. Then a group of 4 on soft tyres, Ronnie, TMK, Wavy and Anixia. Wavy possibly a little bit out of position. Would expect him to be higher up. Anixia in 10th, Swanton is in 11th. And we'll have a target painted on Syme's back for the Pro-Am fight. Then it's Joker in 12th. Then we've got a pair of Aston Martins, Bunny's Vengeance, who you'd say is a bit out of position himself, in 13th, with Sloth in 14th. They're both on mediums. Possibly a problem to trip over each other in pitting. Jaden in the Alpine is on softs in 15th. Then it's Dangerous Dave's Ferrari in 16th. A really bad qualifying session for McLaren. They are 17th and 18th. They are both on mediums, and Ninjas brings up Maria in the Haas on soft tyres. So Marcis brings them round. Glad the formation lap has worked this week. And let's see if the broadcast mode gives me a good camera angle. That looks perfect. And let's see if we have any DQs for parking. It will be a restart if we have anyone disqualified from the actual race as that glitch, but I think that glitch has been fixed. So here we go, as the final couple just come up to their grid slots now. There we go, we're set and everybody parked. Good luck to everyone from Smug Git. It's 5 lights and away we go. And Mantis was a bit slow off the line. And look at Jens right the way through there from the second row. And Jens is going to take the lead. Jens is into the lead from Mantis. Then Brad Mason and UJ. Everybody's got through there okay. Bunny's Vengeance and Dangerous Dave swapping places. Sloth has lost a lot of positions. And now TMK is off. TMK is off at the back. TMK is off, but we have no safety car yet. We'll try and stick with the front runners for now. A lot going on in the background. But Jens got the jump and got away. UJ is going to try and make a move on Brad Mason straight away. The soft tyres showing their worth early here. And UJ going to make a move on Brad. And does indeed. Up to third place goes UJ. We look back as Syme is all over the back of Fatlap. And Syme's going to make a dive up the inside, is he? Fatlap holds him off there well. And into the pits comes Fatlap. So obviously he picked up damage somewhere. Fatlap's in the pits. As we watch everybody come down the straight. Fatlap is into the pit lane. And TMK is also in the pit lane after he was off early. Wavy in 7th place, chasing Ronnie and Syme. Dangerous Dave in the background, passing Anixia. And off is Brad Mason. Brad Mason is off. And luckily he was ghosting as he nearly got collected there by quite a few drivers. So Brad is off and he is now down to 14th place. Not a good moment for Brad. Anixia and Swanton side by side as they come back into view. Anixia is going to get that place for now, but Swanton dives back up his inside. Anixia goes very wide and Swanton retakes the place, and Bunny's Vengeance dives in as well and says thank you very much, and up to 9th place. So a bad corner there for Anixia, losing 2 places. Tight in the background as well. Scornful is up to 11th ahead of Joker and Jaden. Anixia almost looked for a dive there. UJ sets the fastest lap of the race. We're going to go to the leaders as they're side by side. And Mansis is going to retake the lead, is he? Jens goes very wide and Mansis retakes the lead. UJ is right on their case as well. These two have gapped Syme by 3 seconds. We are on lap 3 of 27. So Mansis then back into the lead as he seeks this 5 in a row. Jens managed to retain second, and UJ must have made a mistake as he's dropped back by a second and a half. So possibly a mistake from him. Ronnie being passed there by Wavy. And Dangerous Dave might get involved in this one as well. Here comes Dangerous Dave. Dangerous Dave looking to go around the outside here with Ronnie. and gets that move done and up into 6th place. So Ronnie losing a couple of places there, and he'll soon have Bunny's Vengeance chasing him. It's not going to get much easier for him in the next couple of laps. Jens is closing on Mansis once again and sails by with a DRS to retake the lead. Jens retakes the lead from Mansis. It's UJ back in 3rd, then Syme, Wavy, Dangerous Dave, Ronnie and Bunny's Vengeance. Swanton and Enixia running off the top 10, but Scornful Griffin is right on the case of Enixia now as Jaden overtakes Joker. Bunny's Vengeance then passing Ronnie. I said it wasn't going to get any easier for him. Swanton is next in the queue and is right behind Ronnie. TMK sets the fastest lap of the race from the back of the field. Fatlep looking probably to go all the way on the hard tyre now. TMK made a different approach and he's on mediums. Don't think they last to the end, but he has set the fastest lap of the race as he attempts some kind of recovery drive after coming to problems around the first sector of the race, as Swanton overtakes Ronnie and Scornful overtakes Enixia at the same time. Swanton and Ronnie going side by side, and Swanton got it done, as did Wavy up to 4th place. And looking behind, Bunny's Vengeance going past Dangerous Dave. So many overtakes, I cannot keep up. Jens leads from Mansis, UJ is 3rd, then it's Wavy, who's just passed Syme. Bunny's Vengeance is up to 6th from Dangerous Dave in 7th, then Swanton, Ronnie and Scornful. Jaden has also got Enixia now, Enixia dropping down the field to 12th. And has Joker for company, but Joker went very wide there. Just as we came to look at him. Brad Mason's recovery drive is starting here, and he is 14th. Then it's Sloth, Kevin, Ninjas, Fatlep and TMK. All 19 drivers who started are still running. We're on lap 5. Scornful closing in on Ronnie. Ronnie's been a bit vulnerable at this part of the track, and he could be again here as Scornful Griffin has a look, but Ronnie holds out this time. Can he have a go into the chicane, Scornful? No, he cannot, but Jaden is right on his case as well. We're going to go to the leaders though, as Mansis is right in behind Jens once again. Scornful does get Ronnie there, and so does Jaden. So the two of them both got Ronnie down the straight there. And Brad will try and get Joker as well. Smug is very much enjoying the driving standards so far, with all 19 drivers still on track and no safety cars or virtuals. And just as I say that, Dangerous Dave is out. Commentators curse, folks. Dangerous Dave is in the wall. Haven't got a safety car. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I send my apologies to Dangerous Dave and to everybody else who didn't want a safety car viewing, because I had to say it, didn't I? I'm sharing the commentator's curse blame with Smug on that one. But there we have it. Dangerous Dave is out of the race. The Ferrari is in the wall and the safety car is out on the track. So Jens will lead us up to the safety car. Is it too early for pits? Let's see. Let's see. Is it? It is not. Jens pits. Mansis pits. UJ pits, Wavy pits, Sign pits, Bunny's pits. Swanson's going to need a double stack here. He's going to need to back off. Scornful carries on. Scornful's going to take the lead if his Delta will let him. Scornful does take the lead. Everybody else has picked apart from Sloth, who is going to come back out in third place between the original two leaders, Jens and Mansis. A difference of opinion here again, as some have gone on to hard tyres to go to the end, and some are onto softs and mediums. Very interesting this, as Sloth is now in between the two previous leaders, Jens and Mansis. Scornful Griffin is now in the lead of the race and will be the one to do the restart. Who else lost and gained? Swanton did lose a couple of places because of having to double stack behind Wavy. Bunny's Vengeance and Jaden have jumped him. Joker and Brad Mason managed the double stack quite well, as they've not lost any places. They remain 13th and 14th. But the entire field has pit, apart from Scornful Griffin and the Sloth there. Syme, Bunnies and Ronnie are on soft tyres, which is 2 stopping, especially for Ronnie, who started on the softs. Jens and Mansis, I'm assuming, will be looking to go to the end now on these hard tyres. Lap 7 of 27, the safety car will not quite be coming in just yet, as TMK is still detached. So we have another lap of safety car. So we will be around a third distance when the race restarts. So the soft tyres to the end, well, the hard tyres to the end should be not a problem. We shall see. Just as we were praising everyone for their driving safety and not needing the safety car, into the wall went Dangerous Dave, and out came the safety car. So that triggered an absolute flurry of pit stops. 16 of them, in fact. And just Scornful Griffin and the Sloth remain on the tyres that they began on, which are mediums, so they should be fine to go for around another 7 or 8 laps before potentially bolting on the softs or sprinting for the finish. How much will they lose by doing that one stop without the safety car? Or will there be a later safety car to help them? Syme, Bunny's Vengeance and Ronnie will also hope for that, as they've gone softs, and it'll be a massive job to get softs to the end. I know Bunny's Vengeance is a tyre management master, amongst other things of course, but to do 20 laps on the soft tyres is a push for anybody. So there we have it. It's set up very nicely. We will cross into sector 3 and the safety car is in this lap. So Scornful Griffin will back the field up now, as you can see on this wide angle, as the safety car comes through the chicane and exits scene left. Jens is very much interested in the back of Scornful Griffin's car and is waiting and waiting, Scornful, and away he goes. Sloth has maybe caught a bit there because he's got a lot of drivers behind him, including Mansis, who takes the position, and Wavy has overtaken UJ in there as well, and Wavy now overtakes Sloth. Sloth got the restart all wrong. Mansis had to get out of it, and now Mansis is dropping down. He's in 6th place, and Jaden has gone off. Jaden is off and has dropped right to the back of the field, but Mansis lost several positions there. UJ overtakes Sloth just in front there, up to 4th, and Wavy is now up to 2nd ahead of Jens. Jens has got a problem because he's losing places. UJ has got him. Sloth has got him. Has he? No, maybe not. Mansis is in there trying to get Sloth. Syme is in there as well. Syme on the outside of Sloth, who has lost most of those positions that he gained by not pitting. Joker and Brad are up a couple of places. Brad going side by side with Kevin. But Scornful Griffin managed to get away. Jens was racy but then lost places. Mansis dropped down after initially gaining. UJ lost out to start with but is now 3rd and right on the back of Wavy, who was the biggest gain from the restart. And now Swanton is off at the back, or had some kind of problem, as he's dropped to 16th. Simon Mansis then for 5th place. The soft tyres working well for Syme. Joker now dropping down the order. Joker dropped right down to 14th. Swanton pit to assume he picked up damage. The safety restart is leaving me wondering where to look. We'll try and stick with the front runners as Wavy is now caught back up to Scornful, and look at the train of cars here. Syme getting very close to the back of Jens in the background there. Kevin has overtaken Sloth and is up into 10th place. The McLarens from the back of the field, 1st and 10th currently. That may change very shortly though, as there's a big queue forming. Buddy's Vengeance overtaking Mansis for 6th place. It's all gone wrong after the safety car for Mansis. He's now 7th. No DRS for 3 laps. Now it will come available after the safety car. Syme sets the fastest lap of the race and is going to make a move on Jens. Syme makes that move on Jens and up into 4th place. Wavy follows Scornful Griffin through. With UJ looking on. Any mistake here could cost drivers several places. The front 7 there, all in view. A bit of late braking. Bunny's Vengeance almost getting to Jens now. And off is Brad Mason. Brad Mason's gone off. And TMK's gone off now. Brad Mason and TMK may be coming to blows. Didn't see it, but they both lost positions. Wavy is going to try on Scornful. No, he isn't. Bunny's Vengeance gets the move on Jens in the background. They're almost 7 wide going through here. Incredible close racing. Bunny's Vengeance is caught on the outside of Syme. As they come down the straight, we've got 4 in one battle, 3 in another. Wavy into the lead, or not. Scornful Griffin holds him off. Scornful holds off Wavy. UJ right there looking to pick on scraps. Bunny's Vengeance is up to 4th, ahead of Syme now. Jens and Mansis, the early leaders, 6th and 7th. Incredible race so far from Suzuka, and we are not yet at half distance. As the front 7 in a train come through, and Wavy is going to try and go around the outside here. Tries to hook it up round the outside, didn't quite make it. UJ watches on. Bunny's Vengeance is right in behind. Mansis overtakes Jens and up into 6th place. Is it this time for Wavy? Side by side, and not this time. Scornful defending for his absolute life, somehow keeping the lead. Syme's gone for a dive up the inside, and he's tagged. He's tagged Wavy. Syme has tagged Wavy, and they're both going to lose quite a few positions. A little bit of glitching going on as well, which isn't helping. Enixia has been disconnected. Again, we're 3 wide here, as Kevin and Fatlep try to pick the bones out of that. Scornful still defending well. Kevin has managed to make it up to 9th. Still behind Wavy, but ahead of Syme. And I think Syme and UJ now taking the lead. UJ takes the lead round the outside of Scornful Griffin. Bunny's Vengeance, Mansis and Jens are all still there. Ronnie is up to 6th as a result of that contact between Wavy and Syme. Wavy recovering to retake Enixia as Bunny's Vengeance now gets past Scornful. UJ's nicked a 2nd lead. Bunny's Vengeance overtaking Scornful will now try and get after him. Mansis is the next one to try and get past Scornful here. Fantastic race here. Syme has lost a couple more places now to Jaden and Sloth, but he's battling with them. Sloth losing a couple now. Brad Mason's in there as well. Kevin's up to 8th ahead of Enixia. We have to stay with the leaders as they're so close together. Syme is into the pits. Joker has overtaken Enixia up into 10th place. Syme goes to the back then. He and Swanton. Enixia of course lost places because he had disconnected. Swanton and Syme, even though they're at the back, this is vital between them two in the Pro-Am Championship. Mansis getting close in to Scornful Griffin. Wants to get past and get away to try and keep up with the front two, UJ and Bunny's Vengeance, and keep his dream of 5 in a row alive. He's going to try and do up the inside, but Scornful usually manages to defend here, and does again. Ronnie into the pits. Into the pits comes Ronnie. Fatlep is up to 7th as a result of that, and Joker also goes past Kevin and into 8th place. So Kevin losing a couple of places there. Ronnie's going to come back out in 16th. Mantis still can't get past Scornful Griffin. Enixia is dropping down places. Is he back in his car yet? Brad Mason's picked up a penalty and we've got a yellow in sector 2. In fact, we've got a safety car. We have got a safety car and I'm not sure who's caused it. Simon's in the pits. It's Joker. Enixia's been disconnected again. Joker has got no front wing, as you can see, and it may have been him that caused the safety car. But we've got another safety car, and this plays into the hands of Scornful Griffin and Bunny's Vengeance, who can surely now pit and get rid of those soft tyres, or in Scornful's case, his original tyres. And while they lose track position, they'll have much healthier. In fact, UJ's pitting as well off the hards, as is Mantis. Jens as well. Is everyone going to pit again? Here comes Fatlap. Is anyone going to stay out? By the looks of it, no. No one's staying out. Enixia's staying out. He's a ghost. Enixia, could he take the lead? He does! Enixia takes the lead! Enixia, quick, get back in, you're in the lead, pal! Ronnie, who pitted a lap earlier, has managed to get back up to 8th. He was 6th, so he's only lost out slightly. He is glitching very badly on my screen. Everyone else pitting, and Enixia leads, but he's in ghost because he's been kicked out of the session. So hopefully we can get Enixia back in and he can do this safety car restart. Lap 16 of 27 then. And literally everybody pit except Ronnie, who pitted the lap before, and Enixia, who didn't have a choice because he was in ghost mode. So this is interesting because UJ will not be allowed to pass Enixia, even in ghost mode, until the timing line. In fact, UJ's now passed Enixia, but he's surely going to have to give that back. He does. Can we get Enixia back in the session in time to do the safety car restart? And also, where is Ninjas, as he is not showing up on timing screen at the moment? He is in the right place, he's in 15th, but for some reason not showing up on the interval screen, which is very strange. But Enixia leads us through. Syme is still detached at the back, so we've got another lap of safety car to do. Can someone get Enixia back in? Because not only would he be leading the Pro-Am, he'd be leading the race. And this could make a big mess of a safety car restart, as UJ cannot pass his AI until the timing line. So let's see what happens here, folks. The only Mercedes representative of the day, in Jacob's absence, one empty seat. We've lost just one driver from the session, Dangerous Dave, who ended in a wall, which caused the first safety car. Didn't actually see what happened to cause the second safety car, but suspiciously Joker had no front wing at all, so I'm going to assume it was something to do with Joker. But hopefully, now that the field are back together, the safety car will be in this lap. And we will have 10 laps of racing. 2/3 of the way through. Two-thirds of the way through this race, Enixia is still in Ghost. He did manage to get back in, but then this went out again. So maybe he's given up, I'm not sure. His AI is now going to back the field up as the safety car exits scene. We've got this lovely wide view again of the chicane. As you can see, UJ very keen to get on with things, but is not allowed to pass Enixia until the timing line. And Enixia now, well, his Ghost goes, and the line was early on this straight, so UJ should now be able to pass, and does so. So UJ takes the lead. Enixia, while he's in Ghost, will go backwards very quickly, as you can see, and they're all going very wide there, and UJ is off. UJ is off, and Bunny's Vengeance has taken the lead. Bunny's Vengeance into the lead. Scornful Griffin is second. Mancis is in third. This has worked lovely for Bunny's Vengeance and Scornful Griffin. Jens is in fourth from Wavy. And UJ has dropped to ninth. Enixia dropping all the way down the field, as predicted in Ghost. We'll stay with Mancis here as he tries to get past Scornful Griffin. This has been an excellent battle. Scornful defending for his life. TMK up to 11th ahead of Sloth. Or is he? They're side by side again. They are side by side again, and now Jaden's going to get TMK as well. Joker making up a place as well, going past the Ghost of Enixia, and now trying to go around the outside of Ninjas, and possibly a bit of contact between the two. And Swanton was not standing side to the side of that one. He said thank you very much and took the place as well. Kevin, he's up to 6th. Kevin passes Ronnie for 6th place. UJ, he's recovering now to 8th with Fatlep in 9th. Then it's Brad Mason, one of 2 drivers who have penalties, along with Syme. Mance is getting closer to Scornful Griffin, but also has got Jens and Wavy for company. Kevin up to 6th, UJ is in 7th. He's just past Ronnie. Absolutely thrilling race. Actually quite warm as well this evening. As Brad Mason overtaking Fatlep, but Brad went right off the track and does just keep the position, but Fatlep doesn't want to give it up. Brad up to 9th place there. Wavy closing in on the back of Jens, Mancis and Scornful Griffin. They're all in the battle for the podium. Bunny's Vengeance, fastest lap of the race, and he's now created a gap of nearly 2 seconds as DRS is enabled. UJ and Kevin side by side. UJ gets the move, but picks up a penalty going wide there, UJ. That could damage his chances. Ninjas also picks up a penalty as Swanton continues to climb back through the field. He's side by side with Joker. Swanton and Joker side by side in a bit where you shouldn't really go side by side. Please give each other room. They do. And who's coming around this corner first? Could be three of them, as Syme is also just in behind. A wide, very wide! Very wide! Again, very wide is Joker! And off goes Joker! And he managed to slow it down before he hit the wall. That's where Dangerous Dave met a grisly end this evening. But Joker just trying to hold the battle with Syme and Swanton. Just couldn't do it. Syme is all over the back of Swanton, but does have that penalty. Mantis is still stuck behind Scornful Griffin, with Jens and Wavy for company. They could be going three wide. Jens could be looking for a move. Ronnie and Fatlep are going side by side as well. Ronnie is 9th and Fatlep is 10th. We will stick with this battle for the podium, as Mantis finally gets past Scornful Griffin. Mantis finally gets past, but can he now chase Bunny's Vengeance down and pursue 5 in a row? Or is he going to have to settle for P2? In behind Jens and Wavy. Still going to try and get past Scornful. The battle for the podium well and truly on. UJ is in 6th and is starting to build a gap to Kevin, who now has Brad Mason for company. They both have penalties, UJ and Brad, though. Fatlep in 9th and Ronnie 10th with Jaden for company. Very close company indeed. Syme yet to manage to pass Swanton. TMK and Jaden looking for a place in the top 10 at Ronnie's expense. And wide goes Wavy. Wavy just went a bit deep there. Jens is going to look for a run on Scornful, but Scornful has the DRS to defend with as well as attack with. In fact, Scornful might attack Mantis here. Wavy's mistake dropping him back away a little from this battle. Brad is chasing Kevin down. Syme does make the move on Swanton. Brad's got so much more grip on the soft tyres than Kevin on the medium at the moment. Fatlep is right there showing interest also. And up the inside. And past goes Brad Mason. Brad up to 7th ahead of Kevin. Fatlep is in 9th from Jaden, who has dropped back a little bit. They are now ahead of Ronnie in 11th, who has TMK and Sloth for company. Syme has passed Swanton. Those two are the Pro-Am Championship leaders. So, though they're outside the top 10, that battle will mean a lot to them. Mantis closing on Bunny's Vengeance. He's within a second. Jens is still quite close to Scornful Griffin as well as TMK overtakes Ronnie. Or does he? They're side by side. They really are scrapping. And wide went Ronnie, and that's cost him the place. We go to the leaders as Jens gets past Scornful Griffin. Jens is up to 3rd, ahead of Scornful Griffin. And off is Brad. Brad's off. Kevin has hit him. And Brad has lost his front wing at the worst part of the track to do so. And we have a virtual safety car. And Brad's out of the race. Brad has retired on track, which he will get in trouble for with the stewards, as his car will now crawl around in front of others who can now pass him. A couple of people have picked. We've got a full safety car, and Syme has picked up a penalty. Brad is out of the race. He did retire on track there, which I'm sure will incur the wrath of Mr. Smug and Swanton later on, as I'm sure he's not supposed to do that. TMK picked up a penalty there. Syme also, and TMK's now got a drive-through. So just as TMK made the top 10, he's now kind of ruined it with that, as he will have to serve a drive-through at the worst possible time when everyone's together after a safety car. So we're going to have a 3 or maybe 4 lap sprint race to end. The safety car may be quicker as we're nearing the end of the race, may go in early while everyone has not yet bunched up. It's not yet picked up Bunny's vengeance. Jens is in the pits, as is Kevin and Fatlep. TMK is now collecting penalties like I collect. He's pit and quit. TMK's out. He has pit and quit. He was collecting penalties quicker than I collect fridge magnets, and he's now, unfortunately, pit and quit. So he's gone. A few pitted, which has elevated Simon Swanton into the top 10. Jaden is up to the dizzy heights of 6th. Sloth is in 7th. Syme 8th. Swanton 9. And Jens, who was in a podium position, has come back out 10th. And I can't think that that was a good move for him. And does the safety car wait for everyone to bunch up, which is not going to be on this lap? The ones who pitted, Kevin, Ronnie, Ninja's Joker still detached, as well as Anixia, who is still in ghost mode. So that's not helping the ones behind him either, who can't pass, because he's not going to be catching up anytime soon. Is the safety car, Bert Mylander, just going to say, no, we've got 3 lap sprint race left, so in this lap? Or are we going to have a 2 lap sprint race? This is coming to the point where in real life Formula 1 we've just finished now under the safety car. But there you have it. The safety car is not in this lap, so we are going to have a 2 lap sprint race to end here in Suzuka. An absolutely thrilling ending prospect. Mantis is after 5 in a row. Bunny's Vengeance, his tyres will have done 10 laps, but some of those on the safety car. Scornful Griffin's in 3rd with Wavy in 4th. UJ is 5th, and it's Jaden, Sloth, Syme and Swanton. And Jens and Fatlep will be hoping that the new tyres can get them a lot of overtaking in the last couple of laps, because Jens pitted from 3rd, and that could turn out to be an error. Anixia's Ghost is still there in 12th place. Joker, who's had a torrid time today, is in 13th from Ninja's 14th. Penalties, of course, could hurt UJ and especially Syme, who I think had 8 seconds. Ninjas and Syme both on 8 seconds of penalties, UJ on 3. Those are going to hurt. Swanton will just hope to be glued to the back of Syme and take that place from him in their own personal Pro-Am battle. And Ronnie and Kevin, despite at some points being right up there, are now at the back. TMK pit and quit after collecting a drive-through and a pit lane speeding penalty and a corner cut penalty within about half a lap. Brad Mason pit and quit after Kevin hit him and he lost his front wing. He, however, didn't pit before he quit, so might be in a bit of trouble. And Dangerous Dave met a grisly end in the wall earlier on, which caused the first of 3 safety cars. So we are now going to see the safety car in this lap. It's a 2 lap sprint finish. Lap 26 of 27 will start when Bunny's Vengeance leads them over the line. He is slowing the field down, as he has every right to do. He will dictate the pace, and he's gone a bit early, and away he goes. And Mansis may have a run here. Mansis looking for a bit of slipstream. No DRS, remember, because you have to wait 3 laps after a safety car for DRS, and there will be no more DRS, as there are only 2 laps left. And so far the only overtake has been Joker going past Anixia's Ghost. So no physical overtakes yet on this safety car restart. Now there is, as Jens takes Swanson. So Jens with the new tyres has gone up 1 place. Kevin overtaking Ronnie at the back. We have to stay with the leaders, as Mansis is going for this 5 in a row. A remarkable achievement. Anixia drops to the back. Scornful Griffin and Wavy and are still in with a chance of a podium. UJ probably not because of penalties. Jaden is in 6th place. Jens has overtaken Syme. Has he? He's going right round the outside, and Syme held him out. Syme held him out. Swanton and Fatlep are going wheel to wheel behind them. And Fatlep's going to overtake Swanton there. And now Syme goes a bit wide as he pursues Sloth. And everybody's gone through there, and Scornful Griffin's picked on the final lap. I'm not sure what's happened there. Scornful has picked. Crazy in the midfield, as you can see. Is everyone going to get round there? No, Swanton! Swanton has spun! Swanton has spun. Scornful has pit and quit. Joker has lost his front wing again. And at the front, Mansis is getting very close to Bunny's Vengeance. I cannot keep up. Syme has picked up another penalty. This is going to drop him right out of the top 10. But Swanton, his own personal battle, Swanton's dropped right back as he spun. So Syme has 11 seconds of penalties. Wavy is going to get 3rd place by the looks of it. Jaden and Jens are going to try and get ahead of UJ. Mansis is chasing right to the last. We had a race decided by the last corner on Monday. Can he do it? Can Mansis get Bunny's Vengeance round the last corner? No, he cannot. And Bunny's Vengeance wins. Bunny's Vengeance wins. Mansis finishes 2nd for Wavy. Jaden takes 4th. UJ holds 5th from Jens. Then it's Fatlep, Sloth, Kevin and Ronnie. Syme drops all the way to 11th. Ninjas is going to drop down as well. Anixia's Ghost crawls home in 12th. We'll have to check the rules on that one as to how far he actually completed before the end. What a race that was. Jaden is the driver of the day according to the game. But Mansis' win streak is over by the narrowest of margins. Bunny's Vengeance back on the top step for Aston Martin. Bunny's Vengeance, then your winner, from Mansis in 2nd and Wavy in 3rd. 4th was Jaden from 15th from the grid for Alpine. Swanton apparently got wiped out on the last lap. That will go in the steward's room, no doubt. UJ finishing 5th, just with that penalty costing him 4th. Jens finished 6th. He maybe shouldn't have pit towards the end. Fatlep taking 7th for Alpine. Sloth was 8th for Aston Martin. Kevin in 9th for McLaren, and Ronnie rounds off the top 10 for Williams. Then it was Syme in 11th, Enixia 12th. We'll have to check, as Enixia spent much time in AI. We'll have to check that. Swanton in 13th, ahead of Ninjas after penalties. Joker, who ended up without a front wing, in 15th. Scornful was a lap down as he pit and quit on the final lap. Then it was TMK who pit and quit, Brad Mason who naughtily quit on track, and Dangerous Dave who hit the wall. Wow. Entertainment aplenty, as always, here in DRS eXtreme. Thank you to Senna and Smug in the chat this evening. Thank you to everybody for watching, and thank you to everyone at DRS for continuing to have me on as commentator. I will be back at 10 PM where I will be driving for Alfa Romeo around Jeddah. This has been DRS eXtreme. We'll be back with that again Monday and Thursday, 8 PM, twitch.tv/blobby_butler. Come and join us then. Thank you very much. Good night.